It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
Lance now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From midfield, here's Lance. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. The point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that... The big fella! 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys! I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. B.J. Hill able to record his 5th sack of the season. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd down and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw, it's Lance. And that's complete to Sanders. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. These 2 teams all tied after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation. Give me a fresh ball.
Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A give to Elliott. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Alia. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. B.J. Hill in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Complete. Smith has it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play here for Dallas.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 9 now. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward. Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Miller. 7 yards, the pickup there. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. And this one complete to Smith.
Lance's pass complete to Devontae Smith. First and goal, Philadelphia.
We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Once again with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that.
Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Cowboys. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point by Nagar is up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards to go on second down. Lance going to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
They're not even trying to read
in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. Nagar now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games